Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to Tiny Mike Micro News. I'm your host, Lindsay. Guys, the weather here in Portland has been so nice. So nice, but my allergies have been so bad. Just so bad. I've honestly never experienced allergies like this before. Like, these Portland trees, they just hit different, y'all. But all this nice weather and my deep dives into allergy remedies has me really concerned about the surge in COVID cases across the nation as we get deeper and deeper into spring. Now, a couple of things jumped out at me. The first is vaccine hesitancy. The second standout is optimism bias. Now, optimism bias is a cognitive bias that causes someone to believe that they themselves are less likely to experience a negative event. It's the age-old, oh, it won't happen to me mindset. And we've all experienced it because we've all been children and we've all been teenagers. And I think this, coupled with the pandemic fatigue that we all have, is dangerous, and we're seeing that across the country as COVID cases spike. The more relaxed we let ourselves get, the longer this will go on. Let me say that again, just louder for the people in the back. The more relaxed we get, the longer this will go on. Let's talk about the other elephant in the room, which is vaccine hesitancy. We've all got these people in our lives, the anti-vaxxer, the ones who think the vaccine is a trick or it's more dangerous than it is protective and proactive. Vaccine hesitancy is affected first and foremost by misinformation. And misinformation is so consumable because it plays right into identity and values. Let me be clear about something. I value this vaccine and the science behind it. Vaccines are a proven way of preventing disease. And the reason that the COVID-19 vaccines came into existence so quickly is because a global pandemic became our reality so quickly. There is no secret or no hidden agenda there. It's basically been a modern-day plague. And all digital platforms contribute to the sea of misinformation and the circulation of harmful narratives that prevent eligible people from protecting themselves and their communities. Life is changing quickly, and yes, that is scary, but instead of arming ourselves with fear and misinformation, let's instead choose to arm ourselves with some digital literacy. Digital literacy should be taught in schools. And if you're an able-bodied, able-minded adult, you should be teaching yourself how to evaluate the quality and the source of the digital information you are consuming. The days of willful ignorance have passed. We will no longer look the other way. We will no longer believe everything we're fed, and we will no longer believe everything we read on the internet simply because it suits our current way of thinking. If you feel triggered by being asked to wear a mask in a public space to help protect others around you, then that's a call to action for you. That's a call to action to look at what's really going on for you personally. Because any time that we're triggered by something, that's an invitation to look at what is wounded and unhealed in us. So check your resistance to authority, check your resistance to rules, and check your resistance to helping others. Additionally, being lazy about mask requirements because you're just so sick of the pandemic, if you're that sick of it, rejoice. Rejoice because you haven't lost anyone. Rejoice because you don't have any underlying health conditions that make this virus life-threatening for you. Moral of the story, fam. Remain diligent in your safety precautions, and vaccines, including COVID ones, are a proven method for preventing disease. When in doubt, check yourself and check your sources. There is an end in sight, so let's get there together. And in the meantime, remember, there is no voice too small to be heard. Keep your ears open, keep your heart open. And we'll see you next time on Tiny Mike Micro News.